الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Alhamdulillah, we have tawfiq to study Imam and Wilaya. In the series on Aqa'id, this is the third book. So we had first lessons on Islamic beliefs, then we had Islamic belief system. So this is lessons on Imama and Wilaya. This book first was conceived as a series of lectures on Imama and Wilaya that I gave to a group of youths, and mostly actually from the Khoja community who had come to Qom. And then we worked on them more and published them as 8 papers in Message of Thaqalain journal. Then we worked further, especially very much tried to document the hadith directly from its sources. For this particular book, many of hadith are from our Sunni brothers' sources, because if we just quote from Shia sources, then some people may think that because Shia believe in Imama, so this is natural that the Shia believe in these things. But we bring also references from Sunni sources, and we have checked ourselves those sources. And therefore, inshallah, you would find this book useful if you want to use these hadiths yourself also. We will try to study this book quickly because we want also to expand on Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. As you know, Imama is chosen by the Shia theologians as one of the principles of their faith. In lessons on Islamic beliefs, the first session we talked about how these principles were historically chosen. We don't have any ayah in the Quran or hadith that says Usuluddin are 3 or 5, whether it's those 3, Tawheed, Nabuwwah or Ma'ad, or those 5 that we call Usul al-Madhab according to Shia. There is nothing that only mentions those 5 or those 3. But these are some fundamental doctrines. Tawheed, Nabuwwah and Ma'ad are shared by all Muslims, and indeed in a general way by all believers in Abrahamic faith. They all believe in Tawheed, they all believe in prophethood in general. Maybe about a specific prophethood and Nubuwwatul Khassa, of course there are differences. We believe Prophet Muhammad was prophet. They may not share this, but they share with us the idea of prophethood and revelation, and we have common history of prophets from Adam up to Musa alayhi salam. We share with other Abrahamic faith. Even after Musa alayhi salam, just from Isa alayhi salam, this agreement starts between Jews and the rest, and then when it comes to Prophet Muhammad, it is only believed by Muslims. So those 3 are very important because they're shared by all Muslims and by all believers in God. These two, imama and adl. We said before, and I don't want to expand on it now, but you can refer to the first lecture of Lessons on Islam Belief. We said that these are historically chosen because there were debates, lots of debates on how to understand divine justice. No Muslim denied divine justice, but how to understand it, how to interpret, that was the question. So Shiite and Mu'tazilites both had some type of understanding which was based on intrinsic goodness and badness and rational goodness and badness, husn qubh zati and aqli, as we said. So they focused and highlighted adl. Another thing is imama, and this is highlighted by the Shia. Not because others didn't believe in imama, like adl. It's not that others didn't believe in adl, but there was a special understanding of adl that the Shia had and Mu'tazilites had and the rest didn't have. Imama is something that is accepted by all Muslims, except very a small fraction. Khawarij are the people who are known that they deny imamah. According to Khawarij, there is no need for leaders who would succeed the Prophet. As you know, they used to say, "In al-hukmu illa lillah." They used to misinterpret and misuse this correct and Quranic principle that rule only belongs to God. Imam Ali said, "Kalimatu haqqin yuradu biha al-batil." This is a word of truth, but they have used it for falsehood. They want to say rule belongs to God, and then it means that we don't need a ruler, we don't need imam, but we say rule belongs to God, and God decides who would be implementing the laws of God. So Khawarij don't believe in imamah, but other groups of Muslims, Sunni, Shia, they believe in imamah. And inshallah we will explain later what does imamah mean for them from a technical point of view. So why then Shia highlighted this if others also believe? The same as adl, because Shia have some specific understanding of imamah which is not shared by every Muslim. They believe in imamah not just as a political position. They believe in imamah as a divine position that comes by divine appointment. God should choose whom he wants to be the imam. So we will talk about it inshallah later. So Shia had a specific interpretation of imamah, and they wanted to highlight it. Plus they found that if they want to identify themselves, if they say we believe in Tawheed, it's not enough. If they say we believe in Tawheed and Nubuwwah and Ma'ad, it's not enough. If they say we believe in Tawheed and Nubuwwah and Ma'ad and Adl, again it's not enough. But if you believe in Tawheed and Nubuwwah and Imamah and Adl, then your identity is known. Because there is no one other than Shia who highlights and emphasizes on all these five with the understanding that inshallah we will mention. So this is the first point. The second point is how much Islam emphasizes on imamah. For the time being, just we say leader after the Prophet, successor to the Prophet. Later we will have technical discussion. There is a hadith that I am sure you have heard many times. من مات ولم يعرف إمام زمانه مات ميتة جاهلية. The one who dies without knowing Imam of his age dies a type of death which is similar to those who died in the time of Jahiliyyah, the age of ignorance. This hadith is actually narrated by Sunni and Shia Muslims. If you look at page 13 in the footnote 2, I have quoted from Allama Majlisi Rahmatullah Alayh, who is a master, an expert in the field of hadith. He says, قَدْ رَوَتِ الْعَامَّةُ وَالْخَاصَّةُ. Both Shia and Sunni have narrated this mutawatiran. It's mutawatir. What does mutawatir mean? Mutawatir means something that has been so frequently narrated in every generation that would leave no chance of this being fabricated or being mistake. So imagine if between us and Rasulullah, if it is 30, 40 generations of narrators, if among ashab who are the first generation, then tabi'un, those who have not seen the Prophet but they have seen the companions, and then third generation, fourth generation, up to our time. If this hadith has always been narrated by many people, this is mutawatir. But if it is narrated by 2-3 people in the first generation, but after that becomes 50, then 50, it's not enough. It has to be always 50. Because in the chain of narration, if even one generation is weak, the whole chain becomes weak. It's logical. Yeah? If 1,000 people say something, you cannot say because too many people say it's true. You have to see whether these 1,000 people have taken this also from 1,000 people, or this have taken from 1 person, 2 persons. If 1,000 people quote something from 2 persons, it means that 2 persons are saying this. Okay? So mutawatir means in all generations we have so many people that there is no doubt about authenticity of this hadith. This hadith of Ghadir, these are the hadiths that are mutawatir. Okay. There are different versions of this hadith also. One is man mata la ya'rifu imamahu mata mitatan jahili. The one who dies while he doesn't know his imam has died death of ignorance. Another version is man mata walam ya'rif imam zamanahu. So instead of la ya'rifu imamahu is walam ya'rif imamahu. There is and here. The one who dies without knowing, or the one who dies and doesn't know. Doesn't change the meaning. Another version is man mata wa laysa lahu imamun. Instead of saying the one who dies and doesn't know imam, says the one who dies and doesn't have imam. What does it mean doesn't have imam? You may say we all have imam whether we believe or not. Allah has appointed an imam for us. But there is imam appointed by God, but he is not your imam unless he is your leader. Man mata wa laysa lahu imamun means the one who has not selected and chosen his imam. He's not following anyone, although imam is there. Just to have imam